Evolve is a group of passionate motor enthusiasts. We've turned into a BMW specialist tuner. When I was probably 16, 17, obviously the max power culture was really big. So I used to buy the magazines even before I could drive. Thankfully, by the time I could drive, that sort of trend was going away, so I didn't have any crazy sort of looking cars. The British tuning, after the max power days have died down, is a bit more sedate. So, you know, what's been changed is the little subtle changes. I mean, if you look at our own cars, they are completely stock from outside. We like to concentrate on the actual performance of the car rather than putting styling on that may or may not do anything. Our main business is doing the ECU tuning. We also create our own hardware, so things like exhausts, manifolds, intercoolers for turbocharged cars, and we also now create our own superchargers for M-Power cars. We do a lot of testing, we do a lot of development in-house. We actually only specialise in a small range of cars. We do own those cars. We can actually test out all the products that we have on our own cars before we actually release them. The ECU is the computer that controls parameters of controlling the engine, and then we alter those parameters to make the car run more efficiently and provide more power. The manufacturers have emissions targets to reach, so rather than going for the absolute power they can get out of the car, they will go for a compromise, and the target will be emissions rather than what power they can get out of the engine. The dyno is essentially a tool to read how much power the car has before the modification and what it has after, and that's the difference in what the modification has made in terms of just absolute power. The car is an Bmw E60 M5, which is the 5-litre V10 engine. It has a set of Evolve tubular manifolds. Stock manifolds have a catalytic converter built into them, so our one deletes that, and it's also a completely different design, which allows much more flow. It also has a rear exhaust, which doesn't do much for power, but it sounds nice. And it also has the Evolve ECU upgrade, which deletes the mass airflow meter. The car made around 490 horsepower in stock form, and it is now running 560 horsepower. The M5 holds a record for the fastest BMW at Bruntingthorpe. I know what it can do. At the last VMAX event, I matched the trap speed of a Lamborghini Superleggera Gallardo. It's not just about increasing the power, which is obviously nice to have that little bit of edge over somebody else who's got the same car as you. It's about the actual feel, about the experience, about the drive, and those cars drive completely differently to standard cars. They just feel more connected to the car rather than having this woolly feeling when you're putting your foot on the accelerator. They can feel the difference, and they actually appreciate the change that's been made in the car.